This is destined to spill over into white America. This problem is 10 minutes west of Chicago, downtown Magnificent Mile, and 10 minutes south. Chicago is just not Saks Fifth Avenue, Water Tower, and Dealey Plaza. All of these people are citizens of Chicago.
Now to an unorthodox way to fight Chicago violence. It's a unique story you'll only see here on CBS 2. Our Jermont Terry takes us inside the maximum security unit at the Cook County Jail. People accused of committing crimes now trying to stop them.
Chicago is a world-class city.
1834 go.
But it's a city in crisis.
We are nearly at a state of emergency in our need to address crime.
It was stunning. I heard the popping sounds and I wasn't sure what happened. And there was a feature in the tribune.
That is Illinois' senior senator revealing today that he came dangerously close to a shooting.
The entire world is looking at this catastrophe in Chicago.
From a surge in violent carjackings
You tried to interrupt it.
to an unprecedented string of mass shootings
You tried to cease it.
and more than 100 children shot in the streets so far this year.
You've tried to bring more police. You've talked about the National Guard.
Everyone is asking what can be done to make it stop.
I know the pain of being locked up in prison.
This man believes the solution starts here.
No one has gone in and included the very people that are doing these things or have the propensity to do these kinds of things in the conversation of how we clean up the violence in Chicago.
No one until now.
The only people that can stop this is all of us.
I'm 25. I was 20 when I got locked up.
Inside the Cook County Jail Maximum Security Division, we find inmate number 2015-092-8304. Behind the tattoos in the Department of Correction jumper, he's simply David Brown.
Don't you give up.
You can't.
5 years here. That's how long Brown's been here without bond, awaiting trial for a murder he's accused of committing in 2015. He's spending this day getting to know this man, Victor Woods, along with nearly 100 other violent inmates.
You're all right now living a nightmare.
A nightmare Woods has lived firsthand.
I started my first armed robbery ring when I was 16 years old.
After serving time in prison for armed robbery, Woods only elevated his criminal resume when he was released.
I came out with a degree in counterfeiting, a degree in credit card fraud.
In 1988, Woods started one of the nation's largest credit card scams, ripping off more than $40 million before finally getting caught and locked up. He served 14 years in federal prison.
I know the ultimate pain of looking in the mirror and wishing that you had made a different decision.
That's why Woods and his friends, many who are also ex-offenders turned businessmen, are back on the inside, all trying to convince the 6,000 Cook County inmates, many repeat offenders themselves, to address what's happening outside the jail walls.
This is the young man that killed Hadith Pendleton. He didn't mean to do it. He was shooting at somebody else.
They are showing these accused murderers the impact of their crimes on real people, their families, and their friends.
I didn't know all these shootings was going on, all these kids getting shot.
This is unique, but it's necessary in your opinion.
It really is. I mean, I will say, like, that I have a genuine concern. I live in the city of Chicago.
Which is why Dr. Jane Goopser, the executive director of the Cook County Jail, jumped at the chance to let Woods and his group speak their heartfelt message to the most violent offenders here.
Ultimately, I hope someone leaves here and gets on the phone, maybe talks to their friends, a little brother, a sister, someone, and says, you know what, it's not worth it, right? Think twice about what we're doing out there.
When you look at the faces of these individuals, these inmates, do you think it's hitting home?
I think so. I think that there's a lot of people here who wish they could have gone back in time.
The exact sentiments of the youngest inmates I met.
How old are you, KK?
20.
Kirako Basurakos, or KK, has been locked up since he was 18. Moments before sitting in this chair, he found out he's not getting out. The court denied him bond. He will stay behind bars until his trial on attempted murder charges.
So I kind of lost hope, you know. I hung up my phone call with my mom, you know. I was mad at everything. Ever since I got locked up, you know, it woke me up. So it sucks that there's still people out there doing the same thing I was just doing.
KK says he's truly troubled by Chicago's violence, even though he's accused of contributing to it.
why do people in Chicago, like people like myself, we always got to do something illegal? We got to move past that.
The only people who can change the culture of what's going on in this city is all of you.
That's why Wood's message offers more than hope.
He was in the same shoes as me. And, you know, if he can do it, then I can do it.
It demands a commitment from the men in this room to make a pledge.
It's called Spare the Children.
A promise to keep women, children, and innocent lives safe.
May I please have a show of hands of everyone who is willing to sign this pledge, please. Raise them high. Let everybody in Chicago see it. Face the camera, let them see it. Raise them up.
One by one, those same hands sign, including David Brown.
David, was there any hesitation after listening to this presentation to sign the pledge?
Not at all. No, not at all. No hesitation whatsoever. He motivated me. I promise you, I'm going to send it to somebody. Somebody that I know who has a big influence on other people.
I brought the best and brightest people I could bring. I have been locked up in Cook County Jail. I understand. I have sat on the metal toilets. I was in Division I. I was in Division 6. I've gone to the commissary. I know what you all are going through. Women are the most powerful people on earth. I understand how you feel. I brought everybody in here to inspire you. There's nothing bigger than the gift of encouragement. It doesn't cost a thing to let somebody know where they can go. Yes, I was here, but how did I get where I was going? Because I never stopped believing in myself. People told me, you'll never be a successful speaker. You'll never be able to write a book. You'll never go to Hollywood. Don't listen to what other people tell you. There was a psychologist in federal prison who asked me when I got out, he said, Victor, his name was Dr. Ramson, I'll never forget his name. He said, Victor, what do you want to be when you get out of prison? I said, I'm going to go to Hollywood, I'm going to write a book, and I'm going to travel around the world. He said, that's not realistic for you, Victor. You have 9 felonies. It's not where you start, it's where you finish.
You are worthy. That's what I had to tell myself. Amanda, you are worthy. You are great. You have greatness within inside of you. And when I started doing that, everything started changing. Because if you believe in yourself, you can do anything. It doesn't matter what you've been through. It doesn't matter what people say about you. It's what you think about yourself that's going to determine who you are. When you get out, you have to be a mother to your children. You have to be right here. You're locked up here, but your mind is not locked up. Your mind can go anywhere. Start reading books. Read the Bible. If you can imagine it, you can achieve it.
I've been home for 8 years. 25 years since I served for armed robbery, 3 counts of armed robbery. And so I was tired of being sick and tired. How many of you are tired of being sick and tired? Okay, so this is why we're here. I know how it feels to be sitting here hurting. Your family out there, you want to be out there with them. I know how that feels not to be able to go to your grandfather's funeral or your mom. They need you out there, your kids. This ain't what's happening, y'all. Never give up. No matter what you're going through, never, ever, ever give up.
When we in jail, the only people that don't forget about us is our mom, auntie, grandmama, maybe your girlfriend if you're lucky. So I've been to 7 different federal institutions. I did 8 years in the penitentiary on a 10-year bit. Women are the only one that held me down my whole bit. Women gonna pick the phone up. Women gonna do the 3-way call if you need to. It's a woman, 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 woman. So my grandmother, who did everything for us, is my inspiration. We gonna give up as men, and it's always gonna be a mother, sister, grandmother, auntie is who gonna keep us strong. So how me and Victor connected in prison is Victor was emulating what my grandmother and mother would tell me on the phone. So they were telling me, please don't come back here and get into trouble when you get out, as my sentence got shorter. He would tell me, please don't get out and go back. I see more in you. You can do great things if you listen. We want people to know that help can come from inside this jail, like it's been doing. So that's what our program is about.
I have little kids. I have a daughter and I have a son. And I go to playgrounds and I watch kids play because I love my children. And you know what's funny? They play, they laugh, they dance. They look at each other. There's no black, there's no white, there's no Hispanic. I'm Greek. There's no Greek, there's nothing. There's just children playing together. You know what? There's no hate in their hearts. There's nothing. There's just innocence and love. And you know what happens? Kids get taught hate. And what happens when people start hating, they do bad things. And you know, Victor said, what's important to you? It's the violence that's out there. It has to stop. It has to stop, and it has to stop now. And the way it's going to stop is if we all look at each other and respect each other. Respect, that's what it's all about. And you know what? If everybody cares enough to tell each other, to tell their friends, to tell their family, to tell their brothers and sisters, stop. Stop now. Use Victor's words. Use sex, use whatever you have to do. But little kids can't die. Everybody raise their hand. There's moms here, right? I'm not a mom. Mothers don't bury their children. Mothers don't bury their children. Stop now. And it all starts with respect, correct? Yeah. Who's the Queen of Soul? Aretha Franklin. She says it all. Respect. That's right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Hi, I'm Cook County Commissioner Donna Miller, and today it was really, truly an honor to be at the Cook County Jail to listen to Victor Woods and Abrita Part talk about transformative ideas and empowerment for the detainees who are here today, to give them a message of hope, but also call them to action to help stop the violence that's plaguing our city of Chicago as well as suburban Cook County. Their messages were so inspiring. He got everyone to take a pledge, which also is transformative as far as making sure that we give someone something to do. And Victor really encapsulated that, made sure that people had something that they could share with not only the people here who might be at the jail, but also when he asked them to tell people when they talk to them on the phone that they took this pledge and we need to stop this violence. And how are they going to stop it? One person at a time. So it's truly a pleasure to be here. I look forward to great things to come. And Victor Woods is truly an inspiration.
Empathy. Empathy means that I might not have been what you've been through, but if I understand, I try to understand what you've been through, I can treat you differently because I'm trying to relate to what you're doing and why you did it. You've heard some great people up here doing tremendous things with their lives, and I applaud that. And I'm up here to encourage you all. I'm not up here to down talk to you. I'm not up here to talk to you as the police. I'm here to encourage you. They already told you, anything that you want to do, you can do it.
Me and Victor had a similar background, so he reached me. You related to him. Yeah, and he cared enough about me in maximum federal prison to say, hey, listen, you can do great things if you turn your life around. Okay, no one ever said that. I've seen the example of Victor. He didn't just tell me in prison, but when he got out, I seen him walk the walk, and he was an example for me. Okay, so
nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. Nothing. You have dreams, you have things that you still believe in, you can still be something. It's not where you start, it is where you finish.
The biggest accomplishment I got was getting out, not going back to jail before my grandmother passed. And the success for her is to see just what I told her in there. I won't go back. I won't get back in the streets. Because it was hard for me to change, because like I said, I was really involved in these organizations.
People don't normally go and talk to the people who have committed the crimes and say, stop the violence. To me, this is common sense. What do they got to lose?